going on, everybody? Welcome back to Fearless Fly 100. Thank you for joining me. Well, if you remember a couple of videos back, I had started talking about Carvana and some of the things that Carvana has been doing to customers all across the country. And now, come to find out, I actually ran across somebody who has used Carvana recently and purchased a car from them. So that's what this video is going to be about, is an actual real true story of a person who does have a car that they got from Carvana. So let's get into it. A friend of mine by the name of Tracy, she bought a little car from Carvana. Happens to be a 2017 Chevrolet Spark. And if you see right here, you can see what that little vehicle looks like. Tiny little car, really fuel efficient, in this time of this day and age, when fuel prices is, $4 or $5 a gallon for fuel. So she bought this little car about 6 months ago. Loves it, loves the fuel mileage, loves everything about it, and things, going good with it. Only has 69,000 miles thereabouts on the car. So one day she's kind of anal, I guess. Not in the sense that really anal. But anyways, she was in the Marines and everything, so she knows about keeping things the way they should be, and just this finicky about how things go. So she was driving her car one day, and she heard a noise from inside the car. I mean, it's not really bad, because I went and drove it, and you could barely hear the noise. I had to roll up the windows, turn the radio off, turn the AC off, and but you could hear the noise. It wasn't when you hit the clutch or anything. It's just when you accelerated. At this, you would hear this noise in this car. And this car, believe it or not, this little 2017 Chevrolet Spark has a 5-speed manual in it. So I was all excited to go drive it. Anything with the manual transmission in it. Oh yeah, I am behind the wheel, just burning up the tires with it. So I took it out for a drive, and sure enough, yep, you could hear faintly the noise in it. And come to find out, it's in the transmission somewhere. It may be a throwout bearing or something. I'm not sure, but that's when it started. That's when all this, started and everything. And I started checking it out. And when I was checking it out, I noticed the right front wheel didn't spin as freely as the left front wheel on it. And we started checking it out, started looking at it, and I was like, hold on a second, why are the brakes, holding one side versus the other? And sure enough, you could see the brakes were worn down more on the right side of the vehicle than on the left side. So we had an issue. I thought it was a caliper, to be honest with you. But we wound up getting new brakes for the car and checking everything out. The actual brake pads themselves were stuck in position where they were. It wasn't the caliper. The caliper was fine. The brake pads just didn't move from where they were. As a matter of fact, whenever I took everything apart, I had to really pry on the brake pads to get them out, because they were frozen in place, even though they had the little metal slider retainers on the bracket where the pads go. And as you can see here in this picture here, the caliper and the brake pads were rusted. They had a lot of rust. This, it's one of them things, like on my vehicles, being down here in Texas, you don't see that unless you use it in the water. Unless it's a piece of firefighting equipment and it's water, you're using water all the time. You don't see rusted up parts unless it's down by the coast or by the beach and you're using it in the salt water. But this little car, the brakes, as you can see on the brake pad there, that the brakes and the caliper were really, really rusted. So I go back and ask her. Remember, this car, it came from Carvana, okay? Yeah. I asked her, I was like, so what did they tell you about the car and where it came from and all this? They go, oh, yeah, they said it came from Arizona. Yeah, and in that part, there's one owner, Arizona, this, that, and the other. And I was like, hold on a second. since when does Arizona have really rusty cars? You know, you go to Arizona, you can find a 50-year-old car that's not a, not even a rust bucket, and it'd be in awesome shape. You know, it's not rusted through and it's preserved and everything. I'm like, this doesn't sound right. So, we put everything back together. I made sure that the brakes were, good, and we put some stuff on the little sliders to make sure they slide back and forth, and put everything back together. And she has made an appointment with Carvana, and I think it's Silver Rock or Silverback or something like that, as far as the warranty, to get this little car fixed and to find out what's going on with the noise in the transmission. So I just thought I'd let you know about a real true life story that's going on with a 2017 Chevrolet Spark and Carvana. Carvana. And I'm going to keep y'all up to date on this story and see how things go and how things get rectified. Right now, she's still using the car, and everything's been working fine, and so far, until she has an appointment and she takes it in to have it looked at for the noise with the transmission and all that. So there we are with the true story again. So let me know what y'all think. Throw down in the comments, some comments down there. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear what y'all's thoughts are about this whole situation with Carvana and an actual real true story. I know there's a bunch more out there, and I know there's going to be a whole lot more coming to light in the near future. So I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing okay. And like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And yeah, throw down some comments down there. Tell me what you think about the whole deal and whole situation with them. Again, hope everybody's well. Hope everybody is safe. And we'll catch you on the next video.